Welcome back, Advice Pod. My name is Kyle. This is Rayshawn.
Yo, what is good?
And this is our friend Dave Nair. Dave, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up?
Hello. We're doing an Am I the A-hole today, but as I sort of anticipated, this post got deleted. I did figure that this was going to happen and this post got deleted. I should have grabbed a screenshot of the entire post. However, I did not fucking party foul. However, I kind of remember what the post was about, so let me tell you guys about it. The title of the post is, Am I the a-hole for telling my wife I'm not in love with her anymore because she destroyed my self-confidence a couple of years ago? So this dude goes on to tell this story about how a couple of years ago, he was not doing super well emotionally speaking.
Kyle, do tell.
Oh, I'm telling. He's not doing particularly well emotionally speaking. He's very depressed. He's having a tough time at his job. He's drinking more than he typically does. And he's at the heaviest point he's ever been in his life. He basically continues to kind of live his life, but like his wife, who's always been his safe space and somebody he's been with for a really long time, she eventually starts to sort of recoil from him because he's become a fat, fucking disgusting slob. So it kind of wrecks him. Like he goes to initiate some sexual intercourse one night and she just basically says no. And it got to a point where it happened a few times and he's just like, what's going on, dude? Like, are you seeing somebody else? Like he thought it was something else, fully aware of his current bad health situation and him being fat or whatever. But like she just lost all interest in him. And she's like, no, it's not that I don't love you. I love you. But I don't want to, you're kind of gross. Like I'm all set. And it really lit a fucking fire under this dude's ass to the point where he started going back to the gym. He started eating better and he got into the greatest physical shape of his life. Him and his wife have been able to maintain their relationship over the last couple of years. But in the process of it, his wife would try to initiate sex like maybe once every other month. And he had that burning memory of her calling him disgusting in the back of his brain. So he'd always just be like, nah, I'm good, and recoil and shut her down because he was so fucking hurt about what she'd initially said about him. So this goes on for the better part of 2 years, and this dude is now in the greatest physical shape of his life, looking like a goddamn Adonis, presumably. Probably not, but in comparison to the fat fuck he was 2 years ago, probably. And his wife's like, what's up with that dick? And she goes to try to initiate some stuff again. And he just shut her down one night and finally worked up the courage to say, I'm not in love with you anymore. What you said a long time ago really hurt me. And I think we need to separate. And then she just, I presumably felt blindsided, like that post we did earlier in the week. Like she must have felt super blindsided by this thing. She's thinking that she's throwing him a bone for the last 2 years, trying to, suck on her fat boyfriend's dick, but he got super in shape and now he starts rejecting her. The shoe's on the other foot. And then he tells her why. And she's like, not only is my husband the hottest he's ever looked, and I've managed to sit with him through his fat fuck phase, but he just told me that I hurt his feelings so bad 2 years ago that he thinks that I need to leave. Am I the asshole? And the am I in this case is the now fit boyfriend. Is he wrong for having said to her, I want to divorce you. You really fucking destroyed me and my self-confidence 2 years ago. Who wants to start?
I got my thoughts are very quick on this. I think.
Go ahead.
Dave, I do want to say, Dave, we've talked a bunch in between segments about how you used to be a rather large man and now how you're one of the fittest people I know. So I am kind of like interested in your perspective on this.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I'll admit, I don't think what I'm about to say. Maybe there's some of that there, but okay. So I'll jump straight in. One is, I think, to answer the question from my point of view, I don't think he's the asshole. I think it's very reasonable to. I mean, you need to bring up the things that are on your mind, the things that are bothering you, and like one way or another, this needed to be brought up. That like you felt very hurt many years ago. And that it's still like pinging at you, that it's still like affecting you. So that's what flat out he needs to bring up. The one thing that I do think is a little bit nuanced that I would just throw in is that I have been in not that situation, but I've been in the situation. I'm the kind of guy who, like, if something bothers me from long, long, long ago, sometimes I'm twisting the knife in my action back.
You're making yourself more miserable about it than you have to be.
And I'm making the other person a little bit more miserable. Let me give you an example that's easier to say than do, but like one alternative for him to have done is to be like, early on, as soon as he noticed this feeling, to just be like, hey, babe, you know, I'm still reeling from that stuff you said a little while ago. I just need some time. Kind of leaving that door open. A different way, which is, I would argue, the way he took and the way I would have taken, which is why I'm noticing it, is like kind of letting it build up, letting it build up, letting it build up. And then when you reveal it, to reveal it in such a finalized way that you are effectively having the last say. And it's a little bit of revenge. It's a little bit of like, you fucked with me 2 years ago and you have no idea how much that fucked with my head. And I'm just going to shut this down now. And I think that it's right that he's shutting it down. But I do think there's a tinge of revenge there, a little bit of twisting the knife.
I'll say that, kind of building off what you said, he was real quick to shut it down, and I think it's because he knows he's the best looking he's ever looked at his wife, and he's about to go out there and fuck.
Yeah, it's a prime time for a backslapping. Leave her, and I'm not faulting her for leaving. She affected him.
Man, you hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Even if the hurt people already hurt. Ray, what do you feel? You hurt?
Oh, I think you should just hit her back with the same energy she hit you with. Just, bitch, you disgust me. And go get your weight up.
Or down,
you
whichever
fat,
way you're less disgusted.
You fat pig, bitch. You just start just saying, like, why would I want to be? Look at you. Like, what would I want to be with you for? You know how you was discussed? That's how I feel. I just look at you and I'm just like, oh, don't mean no, bitch. I'm gone. I'm like, oh, we might as well. We both feel uncomfortable. You think I'm nasty? I think you nasty. We might as well just go ahead and get a divorce. We both feel uncomfortable. Man.
Yeah, I honestly feel like he's not an asshole because, like, if you're hurt, you're hurt, and that's a tough thing to come back from. If for whatever reason the words struck the way they seem to have struck for this person, it's a tough thing to try to build back from, especially if your wife in the interim and like, yeah, maybe she's like touching your dick under the pillow or what under the pillow, under the blanket at night. She's like, hey,
if she's doing that, you need to call the police.
My point is, she's tried to initiate some kind of relations with him in the last couple of years since she said this disgusting shit to him. But in his brain, and I would totally be this dude if I was in this situation. I'd be like, nope. I remember that one thing you said to me 2 years ago that absolutely ruined my fucking self-confidence, and I'm never going to recover from that. And you think that you just playing with my balls under the fucking blankets is going to fix all that? No, bitch. We need to have a fucking dialogue, and you need to say that you're sorry and that you didn't mean what you said, or something like that.
And then in a lot of cases, head, all I'm thinking is when I get this 6-pack, bitch, I'm gonna stun on you, mother. Like, I don't give a fuck about this sorry bitch, but wait when I get this 6-pack. Like,
my point is, even if she feels terrible at the end of the day and that you're telling her that you want to leave her, I mean, if you're hurt, you're hurt. If you can't recover from it and you know it, I mean, maybe it took you a little bit longer than maybe you should have to let her know, but you're trying to do what's right for you now. And, hopefully you can figure it out with her. But like at that point, like she wrecked your feelings fucking a couple years ago, man. Are you really going to be that concerned about her feelings on the way out? I guess it all depends on the moral compass and the weight that you feel on the conscience,
She's an asshole, but she might need to think about becoming a motivational speaker because it seemed like she get people to do some shit. So
she starts a fitness studio wherein her tagline is, "Ew, you're disgusting." I don't think this person's the asshole. You're hurt, man. Move on. Go fucking lead a better life.
I feel you. I agree.
Yep.
Amen. Now that you're in shape, dog, go get your dick wet.
Yeah. There you go.
That's the American way.
That's the American way. Make sure you let us know your thoughts down in the comments below to let us know if this dude's an asshole or not. I understand I did not an exact job, relaying the situation, but I did read it just a couple hours before we sat down to record. It was recently deleted. So sorry I didn't grab screenshots, but hopefully my recollection wasn't at all swayed one way or the other. I'm sure it entirely was. Make sure you like the video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe as we're working toward that next subscriber goal. I want to say thank you to Dave for doing the segments with us this week. Dave, where can
Really
people check
appreciate
out
it, Dave.
more? Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. It was a great
thanks for having
conversation.
me, guys.
Where can people check out more of your stuff if they want to connect with you?
Okay, you know what? I'm reviving it now. So I guess my channel is Snakermon. And it's spelled exactly how it sounds, but I'll it's SNAKERMON. Snakermon.
Dude, that's awesome because that's how I thought it was spelled before you spelled it, but I wasn't 100% because your mic audio was a little bit rough, but sounded out and shit,
And I promise to have better mic audio in my sector of the woods.
Nah, that's fine, dude. Next time we have you back, we'll have it all squared up. But thanks so much for taking the time, dude. We really appreciate it. And we will see the rest of you guys next Monday for more advice.
And remember, don't be a butt cheek.
Boom, boom. That's pretty close. That's pretty close.